Hello, family. Stephanie, hey, hey. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Hey, thank y'all so much for the 6K. It's greatly appreciated. Let me get my stuff together here. It's so glad to see y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is having a great Saturday so far. I appreciate y'all taking the time to tune in today. Wait a minute now. Kendall RTS, hey to the awesome moderators. Hello, I said Stephanie, hey. Oh, Stephen and Ernie Williams, hello. Susie Sensation, hey. BJM, hello. Hello, thank y'all all. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. I just give it a few minutes, but how is everybody doing? Hello, Vivian. Hello, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing well. I want to touch on Tiffany, and I also want to touch on the Diddy situation that they just had. Akademiks as well. But the Kamal Woods, that's Tiffany / boyfriend / who's married. And it's some more other little things I want to talk about. Oh, the Shaq. I want to say touch on something about his situation as well. But then I will get some phone calls in if anybody want to call in live when I get through with the commentary. Salute. Vivian said, good afternoon, Cafe. Looking gorgeous as always. Thank you. Kendall R. sending love to everyone. TS sending love to everyone. Hunter Green won't be able to come in today. Ernie Williams said, good afternoon, Knowledge family. Blessings to God. Bless you all. Susie Sensation, she's throwing hearts out. Stephen throwing hearts out. Sean Turner throwing hearts out. My favorite channel. Yes. Thank you. Twilight Apple done hit in the house. Salute, family. I want to tell everybody just thank y'all so much for the 6K. It's greatly appreciated. We can't do it without you all. Thank you to everybody who watched, even the ones overseas in London, Africa, and everywhere else. Just thank y'all for showering us with so much love. It is so greatly appreciated. It really is. So let's get on down to it, family. I want to just say hello to Barbara Drummond. Good morning, everyone from Greensville, South Carolina. Salute to Greensville, South Carolina. Salute. We're glad to have you all here. Can y'all please hit the like button too? The moderators are asked, TS, Kendall, Hannah. They will ask, and I also ask, just hit the like button, please. It's a great way to support the channel for free. And we really do appreciate that. And that's how we continue to grow as well. So I really do appreciate you all for doing that. And, before you exit out, if you forget, just make sure before you exit out to hit the like button. It's so greatly appreciated. Now, family, let's get spicy. What's going on? What's going on? I try to wait a little minute so I could get everybody names put in here and I can shout them out right quick. Spicy say hello, Queen Cafe, Wonderful Marge, Knowledge Family. Hello, we say hello to you too as well. Yes. Sabrina Marshall in the house. She said good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Yes. Okay. So, family, let me get right down. And thank you to the replay gang as well. Thank y'all because y'all really, if y'all don't get to come to the live or premiere, y'all always go back and do the replay game. So thank you so much to all of y'all subscribers. Thank y'all. New subscribers, old subscribers, everyone, thank you. And I've been seeing so many great comments in the comment section, and I want to tell everyone I greatly appreciate all the love that y'all show us, and the love and the hugs is returned right back to each and every one of you, no doubt. Okay, now family, this here past Wednesday, it was May 15th, Wednesday. Tiffany, she's a supervisor of Thornton Township as well. And she's the mayor of Thornton. So, but Thornton had their meeting, their board meeting there Wednesday on the 15th, this past Wednesday. And it was a couple of people stood up and they talked, had some things to say. And they didn't like how Tiffany is running both Thornton Township or Thornton, okay? And that she's doing a poor job at both jobs with corrupt behavior, okay? Now, it was a man, Caucasian man, who went up there and he said some things that he did not like about Tiffany. Now, I watched this live on a Lansing show. I'm sorry if I messed your name up. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. But he does cover Thornton Township, watching it. And I don't see like the major, not the major, but the town's local news covering that one as much as I do see them covering the Dalton one. But anyway, he was covering it. And the Caucasian man got up there and he had some things to say that he didn't like about that mud while in hand. Okay. So then when the meeting was over, Kamal, who is Tiffany / boyfriend / who's married, he approaches that man with some threatening behavior to me, my opinion. Okay. Now I did, we was kind of worried about the man, and I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of why. We was very nervous about the man, and then some people had emailed us and said, the man is okay. He said that he felt like Kamal wanted to threaten him, but because a couple of more people came around, that Kamal couldn't kind of threaten him or do what he wanted to do. So he saw he was kind of outnumbered. So then he bagged off of this man. But if those people wasn't there, what would have happened? Because we was very concerned about this man. So I do want to I do want to talk about that. I do. And I want to show y'all some things about that too. Hello, hot off the press films. Shout out. Married boyfriend. Yes, hot off the press, married / boyfriend. Hello, Paul Cousins. Thank you for joining us from London. Thank you. Shout out to you in London and everybody else overseas who is tuning in and watch us. Check this out, family. I just want to show y'all this. This happened at this last meeting in Thornton, and I was very disturbed about it. Okay, now okay, this one here. This is the board meeting that Tiffany and them was at, right? So I'm gonna go this way. This is Keith. This is Keith and Kamal. See how they looking at people who talk at the podium, okay? Very nasty looks that they give people who come to the podium. Now, this is another gentleman that was talking. You can see the looks that they give people, intimidating looks, okay? That's it again. Intimidating looks. Okay. Now you will see Kamal. That's Tiffany / married / boyfriend. He mean mugs everybody who talks. Okay. That's Keith as well. Okay. Now this man here was talking up for Tiffany. Now this is the man that we was worried about. Okay. Name is Paul. While Paul is talking, you see how the goons are looking. Paul is talking, you can see how the goons are looking. Okay, see how the goons are looking at Paul. Okay, check out the looks. Okay, very intimidating. Very intimidating. Okay, then you will see Mr. Paul walks off. And they still looking at him. Okay, then you will see Mr. Kamal walks up to the man, Mr. Paul. He walks up to Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul looks around. He taps Mr. Paul. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Yeah. So then he stands up. Mr. Paul like, what's going on? I need to talk to you. Come outside. Yeah. Come outside. Come outside. Come outside. So, of course, this man's scared. He could say he wasn't scared. He was scared. Come on. Come outside. Let me talk to you. Come outside. What? What you got to say to this man? I hope the FBI is looking. Y'all go up there tomorrow too, don't you? I mean, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Y'all go up there Monday. Nah, sure. Look at here. Now, he gonna guide the man out the door, family. Yes, he gonna guide Mr. Paul out the door. So you notice he's walking in front of him, family, because that's a way that you block a person from running. You don't let that person go in front of you because Mr. Paul might run. So Kamal blocks him and makes Mr. Paul walk behind him. We know all about intimidation tactics because we have investigated them for a long, long time, okay? We know these type of low-down, trifling goons, okay? So, yeah, see? He got Mr. Paul. So we was concerned. We was concerned, and we made some phone calls too. And who is this man? Because everybody saw Kamal do this, and they act like they drank on that scared Kool-Aid juice. But you can't be scared, family. You have to have each other's back in a time like this. I don't care what color they are. This is unreal. So he gets Mr. Paul out there. You see him talking to him. Oh, what you got to say to this man, Kamal? Now that's Tiffany going out the side door. She know what's about to go down. But she goes out the side door. Keith go out the side door with her. There go Keith right there. Right here. That's Keith. He go out the side door with her, and then Kamal handles the rest. But Kamal, let me show you something, because I showed it to your mud wildin' hen girlfriend. But this what you get for intimidating people, okay? You can get 2 years and not more than 10. And it is a felony. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because I want to know what you had to say to Mr. Paul. What did you have to say to Mr. Paul? Come on. What did you have to say to Mr. Paul? Because it wasn't enough for you to say to him. He was not talking to you. He got up there at that podium and he was doing what he do, make comments. And if he don't like the way the mud wildin' hen is running both towns, he has a right to say that without you trying to throw intimidating tactics. That was so alarming to see, for the world to see. I told y'all that Tiffany and her goons and Kamal and Lacey and Keith and Holmes and Stan, they don't care anything about the FBI. Because if they did, they would change their behavior or lay low. They won't even do that. That was very alarming to see that after that meeting was over with, Kamal went right to that man. Now, I did get an email and they said, well, you know, the man, he said that he didn't really feel intimidated, but he knew that Keith would have probably threatened him and intimidated him if other people didn't come up and just stick their nose to see what Keith had to say. And once Keith saw that he was once Kamal saw he was kind of outnumbered with the residents standing around and wouldn't leave the man. And then Keith comes from around the building and say, come on, man, it's time to go. What if that man was out there by himself? Unbelievable. 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 Kamal did that threatening bully tactic, you know, and it was just alarming to see how Kamal approached that man, family. And it was to intimidate. And he was talking to the man. The man was bending down after the meeting was over with. He was talking to Stephanie Wiederman. He was talking to a chick, and then that other black man that y'all saw that was standing there. Well, those two kind of hung around because they saw Kamal hit the man on the back and say, hey, I need to talk to you. Come outside. So they knew something wasn't right, and they stood there with that man. But see, things like this don't need to be brushed up under the table. A lot of people want to brush stuff like this under the table. And I understand that the man said, well, I didn't really feel threatened, but I feel like he wanted to. That's a big thing right there. And don't y'all remember, family, when that chick that stood up at that meeting when Tiffany had on them fruit roll-up jackets, that lady said, you sent some people after me. You've been threatening me. You think I don't know? You've been sending your goons to my house. And I let y'all hear the audio of it. She said, and I got kids in my house, and I'm gonna make sure I get something done about it because I got word that you threatening me and you've been sending your goons at me. Allegedly, that's what the lady says is going on with her. But when you see stuff like this, we saw this Wednesday live. We watched it live. And I'm glad we did. We watched Kamal and was getting ready to turn it off, family. I said, okay, it's over with. But we just hung in there and you saw Kamal jump clean out his seat and went over there to that man, Paul, and did like this. Hey, I need to talk to you. Come outside. What? something the FBI or somebody needs to move in on Tiffany and them, because this is totally alarming. I told people these people are very dangerous. We cover people like this all the time. Cover stories like this all the time. It won't be long before they seriously hurt somebody in either Thornton Township residents or the Dalton residents. So what, are you going to wait until it happens? Because we clearly see the behavior. This is not the first time. We seen it, it was an activist or something had to go to court about something over there in Dothan, and they followed that person around, intimidating that person, then lie and say the person was intimidating them. Say the activist was intimidating them, when the whole time it's live showing they was intimidating that activist. They lie quick, lie to the police quick, because see, they wasn't even in Dalton or Thornton when they harassed this other person. Not even in their jurisdiction at all. They went clean out of their area to another city to intimidate somebody else. Tiffany, Kamal, and Lacey, and the rest of the goons. And then when those police in that city saw Lacey and them with their lights on, because see, Lacey and them trying to make the activists stop. What was they going to do to the activists if that activist would have stopped? But they didn't. So when these cities see outside authorities with their lights on in their city, they stop Lacey and them. Like, what's going on? Then Lacey and Tiffany and Kamal switched the story that, we was just being harassed by this man, but he's gone now. Plump lie, told a fresh ass lie. And then this meeting here Wednesday, and they did this to this man. Then you hear the meeting that they had in Dalton, where that lady clearly said Tiffany been sending her goons after her, and she have kids in that house. Then you heard Miss Stubbs say a couple of months ago, somebody did some pows around her house and messed up some of her tenants' cars. So how long are they going to go through all of this threat? It's not only with the corruption of the money and all that in the finance and employee records and employment records and taxes and that cancer foundation. It's not only that. We're talking about real threats here. Just see what y'all saying. Lex, hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Safari, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Random Donna Bridges, thank you. John, thank you. John Clayton, thank you. Hello to all of y'all. Hello to all of y'all. Patriot, what's going on? Hello to F Jazzy, what's going on? Thank you to all of y'all, all of y'all, all of y'all. So let me see what y'all saying. Lex, do the show like you used to, using your own voice only, no vision. I don't know. What they say? I don't know. Bunch of evil goons. You got that right. A bunch of evil goons. You got that right. Kendall, boyfriend said they stopped to get some food to sneak into the movie theater. Yeah. Kendall said they had no business in that town. No, they had no business in that town. They ain't had no business in that town. They just went to that town because they knew that activists had a court date in that town. See, the activists had to go to a court day in that town, and they knew it. And so they wanted to go to that town to harass that man. That's all it was. They think people don't know what they doing. We know. We got y'all number. We got y'all number. We know exactly why y'all was in that town. Y'all knew that activists had a court day, and y'all wanted to go harass that man. That's all it was given. That's all it was given. Y'all get the bumper cards out. Thank you, TS and Kendall, for those bumper cards. Yes. Erwin. Hello. Garrett, hello. How you doing? Yes. But it was unbelievable to see that, family. It really was. I couldn't believe that Kamal, he knew. And Kamal's name is on that FBI thing, family. And let me tell y'all this as well. Hold on. Danny Campbell, how you doing? Yes. But let me tell y'all this. It says, Spicy, they ain't ruthless. They are cowards hiding behind Thornton police force. Yeah, that is true, Danny Campbell. Yeah, that is true. But you know what, family? It amazed me that Kamal did this for the world to see. He had no shame, none of that. He did this for the world to see. And that's very alarming. That is very alarming that someone can disregard the fact that his name is also on some of those subpoenas. And you know that Tiffany pays him, or the Thornton Township pays him $100,000 a year to do some type of things, I guess, with the kids, which we ain't seen nothing. Can anybody tell me what he do for the kids, or what been going on with the kids, or what kind of program they have done or something like that? I ain't seen it. And they got to answer to all that Monday, though. Yeah, they do. But I'm just saying, to know that your name is on a subpoena, how do you do that? You let the world see you still bullying people out in the open. So what are they doing when we can't see them? Is what a lot of these residents are saying is true, that they are being bullied? Because we clearly seen Kamal do it on TV, live. Wow. And I just feel like, we speak up for everybody in the Thornton Village and everywhere else, but I also feel like they should have this man here, Paul's back as well. Because if that had happened to Miss Stubbs or anybody else in Thornton or Thornton Township of color, people would have been acting up. It should be the same way when it happens to someone not of color. Because let me tell y'all something. It's 90-something% black in Thornton. But it doesn't matter what color the people are. The point is, Tiffany and her goons and Kamal and Lacey and them are some dangerous people. And people need to watch out for each other. This man, the whole village, the whole township. Y'all need to watch each other's back, because this is unreal. And going to the FBI, even though that man said, well, he didn't, I didn't feel threatened, but I feel he wanted to. It's just people came around, and that's a good thing. People came around so he couldn't do what he probably wanted to do. But going off of the behavior that Kamal gave off, walking up to that man, it wouldn't have ended right if that man had been alone, or if nobody had stayed there to see what Kamal was trying to say and do to this man. Unbelievable. I don't care what Kamal was asking him. The point is, he had no business even approaching that man. He had no business talking to that man. He should have went out the door where that mud wallet hen went out at. You seen her go out the door on the side of the board meeting door. Keith went out that door. Kamal should have went out that door. Because remember, he gets paid $100,000 a year. He's an employee there. So he's supposed to went out that door with everybody else. Why did he have to approach that man? Intimidation, bullying, threatening. And the people at the board meeting, are they going to bring that up at Thornton next board meeting? Nah, I don't think so. Because every last one of them people on that board, I'm sorry, y'all could get mad at me at the Thornton Township board. Y'all board members there, every one of y'all look like y'all drinking on that scary Kool-Aid from the mud wilding hen and her goons. Every last one of y'all look scared up there. At least Thornton board members be like, honey, no, you ain't finna call me. You the one going to jail. You the least they do. Tiffany ain't just finna bogart like that. They give her respect, but she just ain't finna just keep bogarting. Over there in Thornton, what is the Kool-Aid y'all drinking on? Please change it. Please change it. Go over there to Thornton and see what they drinking on and drink some of it. Them board members that was at Thornton. Because I feel they didn't even stay to see what was going on with that man. They rushed right on out that door too. Don't nobody want to be bothered. Oh no, we don't know what's gonna happen to him. But I tell you what, I ain't finna get in that. I ain't finna do that. He on his own. I ain't got nothing to do with that. They seen that. You board members in Thornton Township, board members, every last one of y'all turned a blind eye. Or y'all gonna address it now? Say you didn't see it. You know about it now. Are you gonna say anything? Are you gonna address Tiffany and Kamal at that next Thornton Township meeting? Probably not, because you're drinking on that scared Kool-Aid. Wow. Danny Campbell said, I bet my life Kamal is running the show using Tiffany as his puppet to make his money. Hey, Tiffany and Kamal are two peas in a bucket that's running on mud water. That's what they are. They boiling in two peas, but they boiling in muddy water. They the same way. Both of them the same way. Yeah. She using him and he using her. But they are the same. They are the same. Yeah, because Tiffany have a lot of mouth. You can see Tiffany on her own, where a lot of times Kamal ain't nowhere around. And she still have a smart, low down, corrupt behavior. Yeah. So they both two peas in the pot. They the same way. Yeah. That's why it's so bad, because you got two gangsters, female and male, that teamed up to be partners in the bed and in the streets and in their job. Makes it worse. Makes it worse. Makes it worse. Yeah. And what is given family is that Lacey and the female goons handle Dalton residents. When they have that Dalton village meeting, board meetings, it's given that Lacey and the female goons in the police uniform, they handles that. They do the intimidating and all that stuff right there. When it comes to Thornton Township, it's Kamal and Keith and Tiffany. Oh, they got it sold up. They got it sold up. And Tiffany gives off abusive behavior. And let me tell y'all what I'm talking about when I say Tiffany and Kamal are two peas in a pot that's boiling, not in clean water, but mud water. Because Tiffany gives off abusive behavior. She really do. She gives off mental abusive behavior. And what I mean by that is Tiffany will clean, tell everybody they can't come inside the village, lock the village hall, but then turn right around and then say, here go a cheap ass Mother's Day basket. What? See, that's what abusive people do that is abusive and mentally abusive to people. They will do them so dirty and then turn around and do something nice for them. And that makes the person stay a little longer. Or that makes the person want to believe in them a little bit longer. They'll do terrible things to that person and then give that person gifts. Do something nice for that person. It happens all the time. And a lot of people think that abusive behavior comes from within a relationship. No, it can come from anybody that you work with or see out here on these streets. Tiffany does it all the time. She will sit up there and limit the seats that people can come into the village, 40 seats, knowing that it's over 20,000 people there. But she will put 40 seats down, treat them like, leave them outside, all that. And then turn around and knock on their door and give them a couple chitlins. Give them a cup of water. What? She will have the elderly and the disabled stand outside for over an hour with no regard. She don't care. Our elderly people, not disabled people, are sitting outside, standing outside for over an hour to try to get into a board meeting. But then a couple of days later, she'll send a flyer out and say, bring your kids to my fun day event. No, I'm not bringing my kids to no fun day event that you throwing, because if you don't give a damn about me, if you made me stand outside for over an hour, disabled people, elderly people, even if you're not disabled, you standing outside for over an hour, waiting on you to decide to open up the door, you automatically telling me you don't really want to be bothered with me and you really don't give a damn about me. So why should I bring my kids to one of those trifling Easter turkey events you be having? All her stuff will be empty. Every time she throws something, it will be empty. It'll just be her, Kamal, and her goons all out there for that little event she throwing. She will do something nasty and then throw something for the community. Oh, we having Cinco de Mayo. What? You just left me outside for 2 hours. How you gonna tell me to invite me to a Cinco de Mayo? You know what? I got something that'll sink. Yeah. Are you serious right now? She gaslight. That's mental abusive behavior to her residents. She will do something low down and then say, I'm throwing this, y'all are invited. Then sometimes she get mad and won't even invite Dalton, just Thornton Township. And my opinion, I see why she's starting to throw a lot of stuff at Thornton Township, wherever it is. I see why she's starting to throw a lot of her events there. You know why? Because they drinking on scary Kool-Aid. And I'm sorry, I'm not, Thornton residents, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the board members I seen up there didn't say a word when that man was being harassed by Kamal. They walked right out that side door, blindfold, like they didn't see nothing, and they saw it. And if they didn't see it, they hear it now. So are they going to address that at the next board meeting? No, most likely not. Because they got scary Kool-Aid in the system. That's my opinion. I sat right up there and seen them leave that man walk out the door with Kamal, and they was gone. Every last one of them boys' seats was empty. I don't even think they stayed long enough to grab their water bottle, jet it clean out the door. They knew what was happening. Every time Tiffany say something, I, motion to pass, I, motion to pass, I, scary Kool-Aid, scary Kool-Aid. Don't even know what it is. I say I want $10 million. This example, family. I want $10 million to buy me some shoes. Motion to pass, I, all of them to the ain't question nothing. Scary Kool-Aid. I'm going to need them to get some backbones. I'm going to need Thornton board members to get some backbone. And if anybody know any of them, tell them I'm talking about it. And tell them they got a chance to call in and talk to them. But I'm going off of my opinion of what I saw a man being clearly threatened with threatening behavior Kamal was giving off. And nobody said nothing. They left that man out there on his own. I want $10,000 for me a necklace. Motion to pass. Boy, we got to do better. Susie Sensation said she gave Mr. Paul 2 minutes when he's supposed to have 3 minutes. Yeah, she did. Yeah. Vivian says she wondered what happened to the elderly man that got escorted out the building. Vivian, are you talking about Mr. Paul? Because Mr. Paul, I got an email saying that Mr. Paul said he was okay. You know, I think he did some type of interview or something. I don't know the full scope, but I do know that they said that he said he was okay. He was just he just knew that if the people wasn't there, it probably Keith probably would have, I mean not Keith, but Kamal probably would have threatened him, you know. So but he is okay. Tia says somebody going to jail. Buck Baby 5. Do anyone remember at the big Township said Michael Smith told that lady her son was deleted because of the support of Tiffany? Yeah, I did hear something like that, you know. But that man there, that man that you're talking about looked like he owned a hell of a lot of sugar booger. So I don't believe nothing that come out his mouth. I'm gonna leave that alone right there. He just looked like he owned that hard sugar booger, okay? He looked like, yeah. He looked like Pookie on Friday. I mean, New Jack City. Riddle me this. Why is it you're the only person in the room and you have to shout everything? What is the black woman in there? Mark Springer, how about not being here? Huh? How about that? How about not even being here? Yeah. How about not even being here? So I just put you in timeout, Mark Springer, because you know what? That just lets me know that you are swimming in the mud with the hen. So Mark Springer, I just put you on a little trip. And moderators, please pay attention to people who write degrading things about black women like Mark Springer just did. that was very, very insulting to Black women. And I will not repeat it. If you didn't see it, you didn't see it. But we just sent Mike on a trip because he was most likely hitting that sugar booger when he started talking. And so we have to look over the sugar boogers, because they out. I mean, we do have them out here in the world. So we just had to let him, because he must have been hitting on that sugar booger and then realize where he was. And, we hope that you get help for that real soon, Mark. And we'll be praying for you that you get help for that real soon, okay? Because, that's a hell of a drug. Anyway, let's go ahead on with that. Thank you, TS. I I tell you what I'm gonna do right here. Boy, I tell you. I had a stupid one. Thank you, TS. Thank you so much. We just have so many. Next time, moderators, and I'm looking at it as well. Yeah, we have a lot of trolls, and we already know that we're gonna have a lot of trolls because the Mudwallin Hen watches this channel faithfully, and a lot of people don't want to believe it, but everybody know what me and the Mudwallin Hen went through a couple of months ago. So she's dedicated to watching me. She just loves it. She loves to hear me talk about her. And so you have her supporters that will come over here. And I don't put it in subscriber mode. I let everybody have a chance to express themselves and talk to me and talk to the moderators and things like that. So I'm not really a subscriber mode person that I leave everybody out and only subscribers only. I try not to do that. Because I know that whatever they write, the higher power that's disrespectful, I ain't got to worry about it. The higher power take care of that. You take care of that. I won't even know what's going on. He been on already took care of, So we'll go on with that. So we're gonna have those trolls, family. We're gonna have those trolls. Salute to everyone coming in the building. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. So I just wanted to talk about that because it was really hurtful to see him do that. It was very, very hurtful to see him do that. So and Andrew Holmes, y'all know Andrew Holmes, he got fired from that survivors group. They said they don't want nothing to do with the Batman cape. They don't want nothing to do with the Batman cape no more. Throw that Batman cape in the trash for trash pickup. They don't want to have nothing to do with him anymore. Point blank, period. Okay? So, yes, they have them fired. Andrew Holmes, yes. He was doing some type of, he was inside of an activist group. And so they said in April, they let him go, which we just now kind of hearing about it. But they did let Mr. Andrew Holmes go. Here's another one. Yeah. So he don't have that job there. So evidently he was getting paid with them too, family. I'm not for sure, but it looks like he was getting paid. He was getting paid, says Andrew Holmes, the activist, terminated from the survivors group. And this is what they said. This was their statement. The Chicago survivors issued the following statement on NBC Chicago. Our mission is to provide crime victim service to family members of deleted victims, and our relationship with those families and our community is prominent. Without compromise, there needs to be a strong mutual trust and a assumed high level of safety for the adults and children we serve. For those reasons, we terminated Andrew Holmes' employment in April upon learning of the serious allegations. So they let Andrew Holmes go. They don't want to be bothered with him no more. Where is Batman Save-A-Lot? Because ever since that girl came out, he haven't said anything either. You know, please hit the like button, please. Please hit the like button. Yeah, so we haven't heard anything from Andrew Holmes. Melissa BT, I love my girl outfit we put together. Yes. Almost missed it. Oh, Jody Harris, how you doing? Salute to you as well. Salute to all of y'all. I get to the chat in a minute, but you know, sometimes I be on a roll, and then when I stop, I kind of forget. But yes, Andrew Holmes is gone. And where is Batman Save-A-Lot? Because he been running around Chicago the whole time, stinking up the joint, running around with a bottle of Bengay on his old ass, talking about he done ran up and down Chicago trying to save lives and help lives. And the whole time he been stinking up the joint. Yeah, that's what it's giving. Yes. So, Andrew Holmes, like Miss Mary said, when you gonna up and ass that seat? You and Stan. Y'all don't need to be there. Now, family, y'all remember when Miss Belcher at Dalton Village board member, trustee, you remember when Tiffany had on that Starburst outfit at that meeting that she attended? And her and Miss Belcher had some words, and they was going back and forth a little bit. And when Miss Belcher started talking about those 60 houses that Tiffany and her goons allegedly stole, and you know, we talked about her real estate business and what's going on with that. If you don't know about it, just go back and refer to that. It's about Tiffany having 12 different alias names, okay? FBI gonna look into that too. So anyway, when they got into that little confrontation, those mics became muffled. It was like, you know, real muffled. And then the sound went out when Miss Belcher started talking about those 60 homes that Tiffany and her goons allegedly took. Okay. Did y'all notice that? Yeah. And a lot of people across the world noticed that too, because they was talking about it. That sent off more of an alarm than the whole doggone meeting. When they muffled Kiana Belcher's microphone, everything that was muffling Tiffany, all the microphones became muffled. They didn't want anybody to hear it. That told nothing but corruption when it came to those mics. It felt like corrupt behavior. It really did when it came to those mics. Because why is it that they all became muffled? And then they took out the sound of most of them. See, Tiffany and her goons think they slick. They cut off mics, mute mics, muffle mics, and all that stuff during the meeting. I just can't wait for Monday, because Monday is their deadline to turn in all that paperwork, and it's supposed to be going up there. So I don't know if they go up there or they're going to turn in the paperwork, but I know the grand jury is supposed to be looking at some stuff on Monday, May 20th. I can't wait. Woo! They need to go. Yeah, they need to go. all the evidence that's going to come out on y'all is going to be awful. Now, I did hear, let me look and see what y'all saying. Jody would say, yep, playing games. Pearl Pink 4, how you doing too? She said, I asked that seat. Yes. That's what Miss Mary quote was. Yes. But family, I have been seeing when you go on other social media platforms, sometimes you would hear, you would see some comments saying YouTubers need to stay out of Dalton's business. Okay. And a lot of people really feel like those are the residents writing that. But from talking to certain people in Dalton, that a lot of that type of talk is coming from Tiffany supporters trying to play that reverse strategy. Okay, so what's happening is you can see like on Instagram, Facebook, or some places like that, sometimes even under YouTube comments, that you will have some people say YouTubers need to stay out of Dalton's business. YouTubers need to leave the hen alone, and because they making it worse, or they just that. A lot of that is Tiffany and her goons. Just like Tiffany and her goons just came into my comment section. We know them when we see them. They just came in here trying to disrupt. That's what they do. That's what they do. And a lot of that is her goons and her doing that to try to make YouTubers feel like, oh, well, y'all don't want our help. Well, we ain't gonna help y'all no more. When all reality, it's not really the residents. It's Tiffany and her goons trying to put it that way because they tired of getting exposed. That's all it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But I'm going to address it anyway. So my thing is that the people in Dalton, if it is some, but the majority of them are Tiffany goons. But for those who probably is not part of her goon squad and they feel like that, let me tell y'all something. Without the YouTubers, a lot of this stuff would not have been as big as it is and wouldn't have got y'all the notoriety that it has gotten. Let's not get it twisted. Because please, somebody in Dalton tell me when Gayle King came down there and talked about y'all's story. I'll wait. Please tell me when Lester Holt came down there and talked to y'all about y'all's story. I'll wait. So that's what I'm saying. Don't get it twisted. Okay? Because it was YouTubers who really, really care. Now, I don't think those are Dalton residents that's writing that. And from the word that we're getting from Dalton, it is not the residents. Those are Tiffany goons trying to flip and change the narrative to make the YouTubers not want to help Dalton. Because if you notice, Tiffany is the one that always say, y'all out here, the fake news, false narrative. See, y'all out here listening to these people when y'all don't need to be listening to these people. We need to handle this. We need to handle this with it. It's Tiffany and her goons. You can look at some of the comments that's saying YouTubers need to stay out of Dalton business, and you can compare that to everything Tiffany has said about YouTubers, the media, and everything else, and they sound identical. It's Tiffany and the goons, the goon squad. They are hoping that they can change the narrative and the strategy. But see, y'all still ain't good enough, Tiffany, because we saw straight through it. It is some people in comment sections on Facebook, Instagram, X, and all that write stuff like that. There ain't nobody but Tiffany and her goons. Yeah. But let me just say this. It was YouTubers that pushed this thing to get it notoriety. And the residents of Thornton and Township, or whoever that YouTubers are covering, it's kind of easy to get in contact with the YouTubers, to talk to YouTubers, to get interviews with YouTubers. And it's kind of the same way YouTubers, it's kind of easy to get in contact with people that they talk about. So you have access to YouTubers. But please tell me when y'all had access to Gayle King, and Gayle King talked about this story, and Lester Hall and all the rest of them. Please tell me. I ain't even heard weatherman say anything about y'all weather down there. So hey, don't get it twisted. And for YouTubers, small YouTubers and large YouTubers, they all make a difference. You know, I will never get to where I think nobody doesn't matter. Everybody matters. So if you have a big YouTuber that has 100,000 views talking about dolphin, and they got 100,000 views, and then you have a YouTuber that only have 100 views talking about dolphin. If you combine them numbers, that's 100,100 people that seen about the Dalton situation. Even though it wasn't all from one, but just combine all those views together, and it shows how much the word has been pushed out about Tiffany and her goons and their corrupt behavior. So like I said, it don't matter how large or small you are to me. If a YouTuber have 50 views off of Tiffany, and somebody have 1,000 views off of Tiffany, that's 150 views. So that's 150 people that seen that about Tiffany. So all views matter. If you add them all together, it's probably in the millions. But everybody makes a difference. So don't get it twisted. You know, when you say, oh, YouTubers need to stay out. Most of that stuff is Tiffany folks anyway. I just addressed it because I happened to see so many comments like that, and we automatically knew it was who it was. It was the Mudwilling Hen and her goons. That's all it was. Now, is anybody else in this chat being disrespectful? Because I'm finna send y'all ass back in the mud. TS said the fast pen served chicken and on Wednesdays. They serve chicken and fish on Fridays. Yes, that's what Miss Stubbs said. Hen needs to just step down before they put you in handcuffs. That's what Spicy said. Yeah, and I really do think she need to sit down. You know what I'm saying? Really do. And you know that's where that narcissism come in at, is that she don't want to step down knowing how terrible it is. That just shows right there. When a person know that they got all that going on, you don't, if you really cared about the village or cared about the township, you would just step down to keep them from getting any more negative press. But she don't care. It just shows that she really don't care. For real, she don't. She don't care. She don't care nothing about none of it. It was something else I wanted to tell y'all, family. Oh yeah, when Tiffany said that Jason House and Kiana Belcher ran on her ticket, and she was trying to let people know that, oh, Kiana and Jason, they agreed to how I did things at one time. Now all of a sudden they don't agree. And Kiana was trying to tell her, yes, yes, we agreed to your vision, but we didn't know your vision was to start stealing and taking stuff and spending and taking money, you know? So that thing right there. But I do have to say, because, you know, a lot of people and myself, I said, well, the trustees had to know a lot of things that was going on. Before Tiffany, when she was a trustee, she was showing horrible signs that she shouldn't have even been a mayor. Point blank period. Okay. But it does come a time where anybody can say enough is enough. So I don't know if anybody, any of the Knowledge family or any of the viewers have ever been in a situation like that, to where maybe you was on your job or maybe you was somewhere and you saw something didn't look right, but you just didn't say anything at that time. And you was like, this right here just don't look right. It don't, but you watching it, but you saying it doesn't look right. And then you probably went, or you know somebody that went a long time, probably about 4 or 5 months, and they knew it wasn't right, and they've been getting up the courage to say something, but they don't get the courage, and so they don't say nothing right there. Then all of a sudden, like probably a year passed or something, then all of a sudden they be like, hey, look, I got to say something. This right here is not right. This is what's going on. That's what's going on. This was going on, and we tired of it. We thought maybe it would stop. We thought maybe this person would get better. We thought maybe this person, like we were saying, nah, I know this person ain't doing all this, or nah, you know. And you wait, and then when you do come out, and then people wonder, well, why? You knew all that stuff was going on. Why you wait so long? Well, it's even it's a couple of things probably why that person waited so long. Out of fear, because you knowing how ruthless these people are, or you didn't want to start an uproar, or you probably just said, okay, it probably will get better, I don't know, and then it didn't. But whatever it is, I commend a person who finally says enough is enough. I need to say something. And so with the trustees doing that, I don't like how long they went without saying anything, but I just gave scenarios of why people don't say things. So, but as long as those people come out and say, hey, they call them whistleblowers all the time. Whistleblowers will be in the job for 5, 6 years and then finally say something. So you just never know. So I'm not going to beat the trustees up for, I know that they had to see some things. Tiffany was terrible as a trustee. Okay, point blank, period. But I do say that it should be an eye-opener for a lot of states, not only Dalton, for a lot of states and cities, that you have to watch what you put in certain spots and positions. Tiffany is a prime example. But what I can say is that once Dalton come out of this, we don't expect for them to fall back in this situation again. Because if y'all do, we're going to rag and talk about you. I'm gonna be the first to do it. I'm just telling y'all, I no hard feelings. But if you get in this spot again, I'm gonna be the first to rag and drag you on the internet. Yes, I am. Because we done clearly been through too much for you to fall back in the same trap. Point blank, period. Okay. Now, let's who else? Y'all on fire in the chat. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for the 6K. Thank y'all. It's so greatly appreciated. Cafe agreed her mouth was always loud, in my opinion. Yes, it was. After reporting, I got fired and never looked back. Then my co-workers was in trouble for all kind of things. Oh, Pearl Pink 4. Okay, she said after reporting. Okay, so Pearl Pink said that I guess in her job, she did, I guess, reported some things, and then she got fired. And then after she was terminated, then everybody else started getting in trouble, and she had been trying to say that the whole time, but instead of really listening to her, they let her go. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I hope you tried to push for legal actions on that. Really. Um, Thank you, Twilight, the Apple, and TS and Kendall about the like button. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Yes, but so that's the only thing I feel about those. But when that FBI get all that stuff straightened out, this should not happen again. Should not happen again. Now, let's go. P. Diddy. It's a video just came out about P. Diddy. Totally disturbing. Woo! He was in a hotel, and you could see him with a towel on, running after Cassie, and just ragging and dragging him. Terrible video. I'm not playing that over here. It's totally disturbing, hurt my heart. But it didn't surprise me. We had been talked about that family, about Diddy trifling behavior. He's always been like that in New York. Diddy been like that since the 90s. I was born and raised in New York. I know. Diddy had a rumor, a terrible, disturbing rumor in 1990 of this type of behavior that we saw on that tape to females and males at that time. So it didn't surprise me at all. It was hurtful to see, but it didn't surprise me. Terrible. And then you had that Eric Adams, that mayor, who gave Diddy a key to the city in 2023. What? See, that's how come New York is going down the drains now. It's just not right. And I could say that because I'm from there and I give tax dollars there and all that stuff. But I went to New York recently because I have business that I have to take care of in New York as well. And I wasn't even there 24 hours before I had to leave. That city is, in my opinion, is going to the dumps. I'm sorry. And I have the right to say that. I have a right to say that. I was born and raised there. So when I see that a mayor like Eric Adams is running that spot, he gave a key to someone like Diddy without why did Diddy get a key to New York City with all you had artists was saying they wasn't getting paid? All that stuff is against the labor law. You had so many rumors. So some of his artists were homeless and they were saying they didn't get paid. They were gypped out of their money and all this allegedly, right? And you turn around and you give that key of New York City to Diddy. So it shows me why that Eric runs New York the way he does. He has no good judgment. If he had good judgment, Diddy clearly wouldn't have got a key to the damn city. Wow. And Adams, he was raised in Brownsville, New York. He was born in the 1960s. He should have known all the disturbing, rumored history that was going on with it. It was all over New York City. I was there. It was all over. He should have known. I could see if Eric Adams was from somewhere else. It told me that he was born in Brownsville in 1960. So he knew. Most likely. I don't see how he did. Come on now. Come on now. And if he didn't know, that's what mayors do. They look up stuff about a person before they start throwing them keys to the city. Which furthermore tells me he doesn't make good decisions. So there's no statute of limitation. I mean, there is, there's statute of limitation for what we seen Diddy do on camera to that Cassidy. Statute of limitations are up on that, so can't nothing be done about it anyway now. I'm just shocked that it happened, in 2016, and it's just now coming up, and they just now showing it. What else haven't we seen? That was terrible. Ooh, that was heartbreaking to see. That was heartbreaking to see right there. But those type of rumors been going on for a long time. You know what I'm saying? But Cassidy got, you know that something. You knew something was up when Diddy settled that lawsuit within 24 hours. That was the quickest lawsuit in history. Real quick, fast and in the hair. And my thing is, where are the capers and the cakers who was talking up for Diddy and talking against Cassidy? Since this video came out, where's all them folks at? Because they was giving Cassidy a lot of flack about that. About her saying something about Diddy. Where they at now? Very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. And then the ones who didn't speak up for Diddy, when all this stuff started hammering down on Diddy. And most likely it's because they went through it with Diddy. Where's all these friends and people who hung out and going to the yacht parties and going to all this stuff? Where's all of it? Everybody just quiet. Why is that? Is it most likely they have experienced something like that from Diddy? Either they have or someone they know have. Man or female. Yeah. Because Diddy all over the place. Yeah. Where's that? And where's Lori Harvey? Why haven't Lori Harvey said anything about this? Where is Steve Harvey and Lori Harvey? Because remember, Lori Harvey and Diddy, man, they was tight for a minute. Why we haven't heard Lori Harvey say anything? Not even, this is very sad. I hope that the victims, get justice, or, I don't condone this type of behavior. If this happened, nothing. Lori Harvey is so quiet. What about J-Lo? Where's J-Lo? She's been quiet too. She was with Diddy for a long time. So don't none of these women have anything to say about Diddy? Good or bad? Really? And poor young Miami, she just hanging out there by herself. And speak of that, because I want to know this one question. Was Miami, it's just a question, but did Miami get the same treatment as the previous women in Diddy lives? Most of the previous women in Diddy life got. And most of the men that was in Diddy's life got. Did young Miami go through that too? Because I know that fee, monthly allowance she was getting was very, very high. I'm just asking. Was she going through that too? Because I can't see a man changing just for a youngster. Because remind you, Diddy had rumors like this in New York City. I was in New York City, so I know. He had rumors like this on him before Young Miami was even born. Diddy was 24, 25 years old when Young Miami was born. And he already had disturbing rumors about him. Mm-hmm. Wow. 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 Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And a lot of these youngsters, I don't know who is making them believe this, but there are a lot of younger generations that feels like if someone is not putting their hands on them, it's not true love. And that is far from the truth. So that's why I asked, was Young Miami treated like this as well? Is something going to come out in the future? I don't know. I'm just asking. Mm-hmm. Because this is Diddy's history. What we saw, that video display that they just let out about what you see Diddy run around the corner with a towel on and how he was acting erratic. He was kicking, he was stomping, hitting, throwing stuff at the girl, dragging her down the hall. Oh, come on now. But this was stuff that was being said ever since the early 90s. And then they say that allegedly Diddy paid those hotel people $50,000 for him to get that footage so that it wouldn't get out to the public. Allegedly. Wow. 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 You know, yeah. M Mac, the city girl, is about to become the city girl. Yeah. What's going on, M Mac? Good to see you back. Miss 925. Hey everyone, Young Miami probably somewhere getting hurt. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's really terrible. Because I was wondering that, family. I was like, because Diddy had this terrible reputation before Young Miami was born. Diddy was 24 years old when Young Miami was born. He had already had a terrible rumor. So that's why when some of us saw him with Young Miami, and we knew, you just have to ask. And that's why I asked, did Young Miami go through the same thing most of the other women and men went through that was around Diddy? Mm-hmm. But she's so tough-headed. She wants to make it like, oh, no, he wouldn't do nothing to me. He know better. He know better. He know better. I wouldn't be surprised probably years and years down the line. Yeah, he did. Most likely. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Yeah. Because I find it quite strange that she was quick to get on that internet and say, I make Diddy, when she told that other young lady on the internet, I make Diddy make you eat my sweaty twerking box. What? Eat your sweaty twerking box. But that's not what she said, but y'all know what she said, the nasty word. But girl, bye. What's going on over there? You just done told everything. So what's going on over there? Because my thing is what I always say. If he making someone do you like that, then he making you do someone else like that. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Anyway, DJ Akademiks done sat up there. Y'all remember we talked about this a while back too, family. What was it? November, December, we talked about Akademiks. Remember I showed y'all the young lady who came out and she was upset that Akademiks said something about what happened at his house one night. And we talked about this, like I think it was November or December. It's on the thumbnail in the video, Akademiks. But she just dropped down a lawsuit on Akademiks, right? And it's stemming from that situation. What happened was she said her and Akademiks has been friends for a couple of years, but they hadn't seen each other for about a year or something like that. They agreed for her to come over to his house. She came to his house, but he was asleep. And his homeboys, two homeboys, was there. And then somehow she takes a drink and she's out of it and don't know what happened to her. But Akademiks tell her the next day that she did something with those guys and she need to get tested. And now he's trying to say, oh, you wasn't with me, you was with them, and look at this while I was asleep in my room and this and that. And she's like, you told me to come over there, but you was asleep, and then you left me with them. And then so it was crazy. Well, she said that they all word her, right? And then she said, you too, Akademiks, okay? But she wasn't going to say anything until he came out first. He brought up this subject first. Didn't nobody hear nothing about that girl. So that's why I say when you say a money grab, I can't, because she never said anything. She stayed quiet. Akademiks brought it up like in November or December on one of his shows. And when he brought it up, she heard it and got offended. And she was like, that is not what happened. This is what happened. And she said she got a test done about it. And the police did come to his house. They asked him some questions about it and things like that. And she said Akademiks did it too, allegedly, and all this. All this is allegedly, okay? But this is what she said has happened. And so now she just dropped down the lawsuit. Now, what gets me is when she dropped down the lawsuit, Akademiks said this, family. Just blew me. I just was knocked off my feet. I said, what? Why is this? So, Akademiks said this right here. This is what Akademiks said. He said that his name is Allen. Allen claims that police had already investigated the matter and decided not to press charges. He also said that the lawsuit was the result of an industry conspiracy against him. If Akademiks ever go down, y'all all go down with me. Because I hold no secrets from nobody, Akademiks said. Let me let y'all read that again. Let me read that to y'all again. Akademiks. First of all, people saying, why is she strictly going straight for the silver suit? It's like it's a money grab or whatever. You have to understand. She did like the kit and things like that. But if the criminal, like he said, the police and them kind of felt like, well, it's just not enough there. If they felt like that, it's not enough there, or if they felt like the case is not strong enough, then they will tell that victim, but you can do a silver suit. and hold that person responsible in that way. But in this way, it's just a little bit too weak, or it's just not enough, something like that. So I'm just saying, allegedly that could make that, because people saying, how come she just won't do criminal charges? Maybe the criminal charges is not as, like, it's some stuff there, but it just might not be like strong enough, and then they don't pursue it criminally. But they do alert, like the people or the victims say, well, can't nothing be done here, but you can always do a civil suit. It was just like with Shanquilla Robinson case. You know, when those DOJs made the decision, no criminal charges. And we like, what? We see it. We not. They say no criminal charges. Well, then if they say no criminal charges, the next step that they do tell the victim, you can do a civil suit. So that's probably why she is just going after the civil suit. You see what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, because see, we already talked about what happened and all that stuff, November and December, we talked about this, but she just dropped the lawsuit down this here past week, right? But my thing is when Akademiks said, he said, if Akademiks ever goes down, y'all all go down with me. Because I hold no secrets from nobody, said Akademiks. I'm telling you, that ain't nothing but snitch word. I'm telling you, he ready. His mouth sitting on diarrhea mode. He finna tell on everybody. You can tell where he said it. But see, my thing is where I can't understand, because I want to know, is Akademiks confused? Or is he extra confused? I just want to know. Because how do you say you gonna tell on the whole industry, but the people in your house weren't even in the industry? So that's why I said, is he confused or is he extra confused? Because the two homeboys that was at his house, I ain't heard nobody say they from the industry. And the chick that said that this happened, allegedly, she ain't in the industry. Akademiks is the only one that was at Akademiks house. So he the only one that's making a little money and hang around some people in the industry. Okay? So you at your house with two regular people and a regular chick, and then something happens in your house between you and three regular people. But then when some stuff break out and a lawsuit drop, you say, I'm telling on everybody in the industry. Huh? What the industry had to do with this? It wasn't like Puff Daddy and R. Kelly was at your house, and then it was her there. And then you could say, well, if I go down, everybody in the industry going down. Everybody, I'm bringing everybody down. No. You know what I'm saying? It's like, those regular people. So what's really going on? So that's why I asked, is he confused or extra confused? Because how do you bring the industry into something that, or people in the industry, say he do know something on somebody or something, and he tells what he knows on a person in the industry. Well, that person in the industry didn't do nothing to you. It was what happened in your house that got out. You told it first in November and December. So that's what I'm saying. The girl did not speak first. She wasn't going to ever say anything. He brought it up. November or December, one of those 2 months. He brought it up. So because he brought up this incident, now this incident done turned into a lawsuit. He gonna blame the industry. That's why I asked, is he confused or extra confused? I don't know. Please let me know, because it just don't sound right. Yeah. Might need to leave that bottle alone, because I see you drink a little bit. He do drinks. He do drink. Because I'm telling you right now, he's sitting on, his mouth is sitting on diarrhea mode right now. He about to let it. See, People like that, you got to watch who you bring in your circle anyway. You know? You do. You have to watch who you bring in your circle. You have to watch who you bring around you and your homies. And you have to watch who you confide in and tell things to. Because those people could be only hanging around just to find some stuff out about you. So then they can try to hold it up against your head or try to blackmail you in the future. That's what it's giving. I'm just telling you what it's giving. Because who do that? If I going down, I'm taking everybody. That's just like, it's, when people say that, it gives off, to me, my opinion, it gives off a little guilt. When people say, well, if I go down, everybody going down with me. Well, you shouldn't even be going down, right? Because you said didn't nothing happen there. I mean, you're not wrong, right? So you shouldn't even worry about it. So why are you going to say, if I go down, everybody going down with me? Why is that? Because if me and 3 more knowledge families members, we go to the store and we steal some candy and everybody go back to their house, but then the police knock on mine and then the police leave, and then I call the rest of them and say, hey, if I go down, everybody going down with me. Everybody going down with me. It gives off a little guilt. It gives off a little guilt. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you right now, all that drinking and all that stuff on the air, and then you slips up and you say some stuff that you wish you could have took back and all that, because see, Akademiks will get toasted sometimes. I done seen him. He drinking, okay? And he don't hold it too good. But my thing is, put it down. Put it down. Put it down. That's, you hit that thing after you turn off your live or something, I don't like the boy, for real. I'm just going to be honest. This is my opinion. I don't really care for him, I'm just talking about it. I'm just talking about it, family. Anyway, Shaq wife said she don't think she was ever in love with Shaq. She said she don't think she was ever in love with Shaq, family. Then when everybody started saying something about it, she said, y'all taking it out of context. Y'all taking my words the wrong way. Okay. So she said, she said that Shaq's ex-wife claims controversy in love membership code was taken out of context. So she said it was taken out of context when she said she not sure she really loved Shaq or not. So, but this is what she said. This is what she said. She writing a book or whatever. She wrote a book, but she was talking to some people. She said, looking back, I don't know that I was ever really in love with the man, but I was in love with the idea of being married to the man. I had a family with him, Henderson wrote. I was in love with the idea of building a life together. I truly did enjoy spending time with him. Road trips allowed me to be with my husband and experience the NBA life for a little while. Okay. Before I say what I'm going to say, let me see what the chat say. I knew y'all was clouded. I knew y'all was clouded. T.S. Kendall, oh y'all. I knew it. Okay, so You know, most of these athletes, stars, whatever you want to say, celebrity type, whatever, when they first get their little contracts and they start moving and going to these certain areas, these certain clubs, these certain parties, because see, they start hanging kind of with the industry type elite places and all that stuff. To me, it be plant women and men in those spots. Okay? Waiting. They only plant themselves there for the bag. It's some women that travel everywhere they think NBA, NFL stars, all of them hang out at. So if it's a certain club or something like that that they used to going to, women will go there to try to get one. They only going to try to get one, and they not wanting that man, they wanting that bag. So yes, that's what you're going to get every time, because a lot of these guys will get those contracts, and women get these contracts, and they will start mingling in a whole atmosphere that women are already planted in to take the money anyway, take their whole bag away from them. They're going to be with them for a minute, but the goal is to take that bag away. It's not for love. It's not for love at all. Instead of them getting that contract when they first think or know that they getting ready to be big or whatever, try to find someone who really don't know you, or go somewhere. See, when you go to these spots, those women are already there, ready to take the bag. When you go to these certain strip clubs, you go to these certain clubs, and you go to all that where they want $100 or $200 to get in. A lot of these women will get loans thinking that they could pay off that loan. They get loans just to be in these atmospheres, and they gambling. Boy, I just got a $8,000 loan trying to keep going in here to this club or to this strip club, but we know that the basketball players, the football players, everybody go be there. But they will risk everything because their goal is to find one of those players or stars or whatever to take the bag, get with them and start taking the bag. So no, it's no love there from jump. They only put themselves there to take the bag. But instead of these stars going back to their roots and just go to a nice area in their town or in another city they don't know nothing about. Hey, I want to go to a nice restaurant, to a nice bar and all that stuff. And they go and they sit down and they meet somebody like that. Somebody who would most likely they will meet who will really love them. But they going into spots that's already set up to take a bag spot. No love. They love the bag, not you. And this is what you wind up with. 20-something years later, I don't know if I really liked him. I tried. I was at the bag anyway. I tried to love him, but I just couldn't. I tried to love the man, though. I just couldn't get it out. I couldn't get to love him. I tried, though. I mean, I did everything I can to try to love him, but it just wasn't right. And then what gets me is these men will get these type of women that was already in the atmosphere to take their bag, and they fell for it. Instead of going in the atmosphere that's not trying to take their bag, like they say, hey, this for female or male athlete, star, whatever. Say, you know what? Take me somewhere else. I just want to go to a fine dine dinner place, sit at the bar, and things like that. And you find you a regular person. Now, if that person takes your bag in the future, at least that person did truly love you at one time. Over here, They ain't truly loving your head. They loving that bag. And this is what you get. I'm not really sure I was in love with the man. What? After all them benefits you done got, boy, they done took care of you. You got cars, you got a beautiful house, you got the kids, you got all that. Okay, yeah, you divorced. Then you get TV shows, and then they help you build your business. And then some of these stars, athletes, whatever, they will make the female or male, their manager, their co-worker. They did stay that. The next thing you know, they tied all up in that. They steady got that bag wrapping around their finger. And then when the bag look like it's at its max, like, honey, he too old. He ain't finna bring in nothing else in this house. Ain't nothing else coming in the bank account. Divorce. I'm ready to go. But then, when the man creeps out on that woman, because I noticed that they said, well, Shaq played around on her and did that. Is anybody listening? She said, I'm not really sure if I even loved the man. Okay, so then that means that he was probably most likely being deprived of the bedroom activities. So, if you deprive a man from the bedroom activities, he most likely gonna step out. But you're depriving him because you don't really love him. But when he step out, but you don't tell him you don't really love him. You play like you really love him, but you don't give him any love in the bedroom. Not for real. I'm gonna give you some, but probably once every 4-5 months. Okay? Then he go and he creeps out. Then they say, see, he cheated. He ain't worth a nickel. Well, did you tell them that you don't want to do any bedroom activities for about 5 months? That you've been avoiding me and you always got something to do and you going on trips with your girls because, see, you spending my money, you spending my bag, but you don't want me and my sausages. You just want the bag and the streets, your homegirls or whatever, and you just racking up the bag. But I really don't matter. That's what you get. That's what you get right there. And then you got Shaq. I don't know about their relationship and their bedroom life and all that. I'm just saying these are scenarios that happen. Because a lot of these women that planted themselves in certain spots. To just be with the dude. She said she met him something, was it during the NBA game or at some type of party? I don't know. I know it was somewhere that where stars and athletes and all that stuff go. And all them women in there are sitting ready, just sitting ready to snatch that bag, hoping they can snatch one of those guys so they can keep and snatch the bag. I don't love that. Anyway, I'm just telling y'all good tea. Didn't have to tell you that. Anyway, find your down home girl. Find your or up north girl. Somewhere where ain't nobody. You're not going in atmospheres that's already ready to snatch your bag. Go somewhere, you and your friends, if you're a star or you're whatever. Go somewhere, nice dinner where they have like a lobby bar or something like that. Sit down there, get to know some people, and you might meet you somebody that'll love you for you. At least 20 years later, when they take your bag, at least they did at least love you at one time. Instead of taking all your bag and benefiting off your bag, it don't matter. She said, I don't want nothing he got. No, you don't want nothing he got because you done built your own shit off his shit. Anyway. Yeah, M Mac, they said that I have to look into that too, M Mac, but check it out because it was reports that a lot of those kids are not Shaq, that she came in the relationship with a good number of kids. I can't say how many, but she came in the relationship with kids. All of them is not his. Allegedly, that's what a lot of reports are saying. So I'm going to say allegedly, and I'm going to look into that, and then I'm going to let the Knowledge family know about that in my next video. But according to some reports, that's good sources, allegedly, it's like about 2 that might be Shaq's or something like that, allegedly. I'm going to check into it. But he took them in as his own, up under his name, So I'm going to check that out. Yeah. So that's what, because I was thinking that too, Matt, because I was like, well, you got to have something there. You had all them kids stuff, like you got a lot of kids by him. And then when I saw a couple of reports, and they pretty good sources, and they were saying about like 2 or something is Shaq's, or either it's half. 3 is Shaq's and 3 is not, but she came in there with him. And he let him take on his name and things, allegedly. So I'm going to look more into that, and then we're going to talk about that in that next video. But, for people who want to look it out, check it up, look it up, and then check it out. And if somebody want to look it up now and see Shaq biological kids or whatever, and then tell us here. Yeah. But that's what I wanted to, say about that. I don't know. I just felt like, that many years. And then Shaq said, as a reply, he said, well, I understand, because I probably wouldn't have loved me either. What did Shaq, I think I had with I I don't know. I know yeah, Shaq said, I understand. I wouldn't have been in love with me either. Wishing you all the best. All love, Shaq wrote, along with the caption, trust me, I get it. That's what he put, family. I understand. I wouldn't have been in love with me either. Wishing you all the best. All love, Shaq, he wrote, along with the caption, trust me, I get it. That's all I got to say about that. So, wow. But anyway, Monday, Tiffany, y'all got to turn in some of them paperwork. I don't know if y'all got to go up there with the paperwork, but we'll so find out what happened Monday. I don't think she's going to turn that stuff in, family. I think she's going to turn half of it in. I smell idiotic, crabs, and oxtails when it comes to Tiffany and her groom. And you put all 3 of those first letters together, you get Rico. I smell idiotic, crabs, and oxtails. Rico. Ratchet. I smell ratchet, idiotic, crabs, and cocktails, and oxtails, and all of it just stink all in a barrel. Ratchet, idiotic, crabs, oxtails, all that stuff. All those letters spell Rico. I think y'all gonna come out there with a Rico Monday, honey. But anyway, y'all can call in on the line. It's 678-439-4517. Yeah, somebody gonna get some Rico charges. Watch. Yeah. And Mr. Paul, you need to be trying to tell the FBI, because see, you can't tell your local police, because Lacey and them is your local police. So about Keith and Kamal mean mugging you while you was up there talking, and Kamal coming up to you trying to ask you questions about what you did or what you said or what all that. He ain't got nobody talking to that man. No, he don't. And Mr. Paul, if I was you, so you can't call your local police because Lacey and them is your local police. You need to have to go to the FBI. Make sure you have that stuff documented down, honey. That way, if anything happened, you on point. Mm-hmm. See, that's why them trolls came in there. Tiffany and her trolls came in here because I was kicking that good tea about talking about getting something done about that behavior. They did not want that exposed, what Kamal did. And then they got to go up there Monday. That's why they was in my chat. First time they come in here acting a straight plump fool. Uh-huh. And we threw them right back in that mud basket with the mud while in hand. Anyway. Okay, now the lines are open. If anybody would like to call 678-439-4517. Thank you, Kendella. Yeah, they're going to get them RICO charge. I believe they're going to get it. Okay, MX says Cafe. It says, I guess he looked it up on something. It says Shaq. Okay, Shaq and his ex-wife have 4 kids. Shanti had 1 from her previous relationship, and Shaq has 1 from an ex-girlfriend. Okay, so that's where it's at. So she only had 1, and then the rest comes from her and Shaq. Thank you, M. Matt. Appreciate that. Thanks for that information. We needed that because I wanted to kind of get that straight while we was on the air, and you told us that. So that is how it goes. So thank you so much, M. Matt. And anybody, like I said, if y'all want to call in, y'all can call in. But I appreciate it. I really do appreciate the 6K. Amazing. Y'all don't know how wonderful y'all are as a knowledge family. I mean, can't ask for a better group of loving people for real. It's just like everybody is just so much on a whole nother good vibe, good level, like they hardworking or retired or they have business minds, and it's totally different. We've seen, and some people in the chat know, for the past 2 months, we have been seeing, me and the moderators, we have been seeing so many people say, oh, it's so good to be in this chat. Y'all so welcoming. Y'all so warming. I love this chat. All that sending love to y'all. This is awesome. So we want to tell them that, hey, we welcome y'all in, and we appreciate you at least saying it. A lot of y'all's been saying that. So we want to say that we thank you, and we try to give good hospitality. And we so glad that all of y'all have been just rocking and rolling with us for so long. You know, all our old subscribers, they've been hanging in there. New subscribers, thank y'all for coming in. Thank you so much for being a new subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Please don't forget to hit the like button as well. So I guess let me look at the chat, and I'll just engage with the chat for about 5 more minutes. I do appreciate that, M. Mac. Anybody got anything y'all want to ask in the chat, and I can. Kendall said, congratulations, 6K. Thank you all. And replay game. You're included. Yes, replay game. Y'all are included too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jody Harris said, we appreciate you, Cafe moderators, for your hard work and caring for others. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Spicy, I am glad I was able to listen to the live today. Thank you. And we glad you was too, Spicy. Yes. ATS.
First of all, I'm gonna agree with everybody in the chat. They commented on your beautiful outfit. You always look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
and see that generation there, our generation here, you dress cool and classy. Everybody can't do that. The haters can't do it. That's why they was tipping in talking about what you had on. Well, hell, they supposed to be listening to what the hell you saying, first of all. And then they can comment on your outfit on the way out, but that's okay. We got your back, Cafe. You looking good. Go ahead and work it. Okay, work it in Georgia.
You know that was the mud Wally Hen and her goons.
Yeah. Look, it's taking that damn hen too long to cook now. That shit been on the stove long enough. We're going to put the fire.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
If that ain't a big disgrace, listen.
I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, all these so-called black folks, she said, because I'm black, because I'm a black woman.
Because I'm a black woman.
If you so damn black, you should be taking care of your community. Now, it's too many damn senior citizens up and through there and children that she's screwing over. Now, the real black folks can come to Dalton. Mm-hmm. She don't need to play on anybody's platform. She need to go on and step down because she right outside of Chicago.
Right.
Now, if Chicago ain't all wrapped too tight, they probably will come visit.
Right.
She be playing with them senior citizens.
Yeah.
So she need to get serious. Because see, in her mind, that's how narcissists, they think they can play with everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah, they think there's no repercussions since the laws ain't coming. But they forget the street folk.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they be slipping up. They be bullying people.
You're right.
But they forget there's other bullies out there bigger than them.
Yeah.
So
you sure right. You right about that.
That mud waddling in to get her behind somewhere and sit down.
Yeah, and they all go Monday, the 20th, they have to turn in that paperwork. I'm not sure if they have to appear personally, but I do know that all that stuff's supposed to be turned in Monday, and every goon of hers, most of them are on that list. Yeah. Got to turn it over to the FBI. And the FBI is not going to play if it's late.
They're not going to play with them. Listen. If them tricks they playing, if they ain't got paperwork to back this shit up, like that lady in Dalton said, and I say all the time by damn Cabo 6 and everybody else, when the FBI come for your ass and them marshals, they gonna knock on your door at 3 or 4 in the morning. If you don't answer, they kicking that bitch in.
Yeah, they kicking it in now. They kicking it in.
So, she ain't got no receipts. If she did, she'd have been out. Hey, the receipts, I got the receipt. She don't spend all that money. She got to pay the price.
Yeah, she ain't. I don't think she have them, but we sure waiting to. It's a lot of people waiting to see what Monday gonna bring, because she gave that attorney general, gave him half of it, but she's not gonna be able to do the half with FBI. FBI is not hearing that half stuff. Point blank.
I think that's probably why her attorney done stepped down. Anytime your attorney leave, you hanging.
Oh
in the middle of a serious case,
it's over with. It's over with.
So you on your own. So what we gonna need her to do is a collective community, and stop trying to bully black women.
Yeah.
Before you mess around and get her clock clean.
Yeah, because I mean that she always talking about the black women, but they the one.
I'm a black woman. Y'all just doing this because I'm a black. Because I'm black. Well, I'm black ass. Somebody going to jail.
Yeah, somebody going to jail. They show somebody going to jail. We sure can't wait to see it too. Somebody going to jail.
Too soon. You ain't lying. We can't wait. Listen, this is too much buffoonery in our community. We got to do better. Between that half of P. Diddy and all these mayors and DOJs that's just screwing over our people, they have got to do better. This is such See, I have never in all my years, all my life, I have never seen people in our community go so low to get some strange change.
Right.
Ridiculous. It don't have nothing to do with you being a Christian or praying or none of that. I mean, you just a sellout.
Right.
And for being a snitch, you a sellout.
Right. You know, like I said, because I know people might think that Kamal probably is Tiffany's puppet, her boyfriend / married, whatever. But the thing is, Tiffany had she was already with a mugshot about theft of vehicle, you know. So that was before Kamal. You see? She wasn't like had to do any time for it and all that. But the point is, it was up there. And so she was rolling that type of corrupt evil way then. You know, then when she got the trustee, you could see that it was a little shaky there too. You could see different things that just didn't like she was always trying to get over a scam or do something.
She thinks she a hustler. That's why she put on that Nino Brown shit. Everybody she gonna imitate, she had the nerve to put on Nino Brown outfit.
I mean, she really.
She's smoking.
But you know, she probably wanted to always. She probably was a bully in school. You know, I haven't heard anybody from her school days. Really come out and say how she was in school. But the only thing I can say is how she has betrayed herself ever since that theft of vehicle. Is that I think she really do feel like she wants to be a gangster or a bully or something. She probably always been a bully. She always probably been a liar. She always probably been very slick mouthed, and she got away doing slick things, and she was getting by.
The practice all that in the pen. See, once you get up in there with the other people, she'll be able to put on whatever kind of program she want to put on in there. But I remember one of the residents said they don't remember her going to school there. They don't remember her. They residents say she knew everybody there, and she don't remember her face or her name. Won't know where she's from. But I like the lady that stood up there and said she used to work for the penitentiary. She said they going to North Carolina. But she said on Wednesday and Thursday they serve chicken. But on Friday is going to be
that was Miss Stubbs. Miss Stubbs was cracking me up. Miss Stubbs said, on that, what you said that Friday they eat fish.
Friday is fish day. So
and like I said, that fish should be a great meal for them, honey, because they ain't nothing but a bucket of crab fish anyway. So they should be very, very relaxed with that.
Okay, Cafe. Well, I'm gonna let somebody else come up and talk. Nice to hear from Teresa and Susie.
All right.
I'm not gonna take up all your time.
Okay. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you calling in, and thank you also for being an awesome moderator.
Thank you, and I want to send a shout out to everybody in the chat, but I definitely want to send a shout out to M-Mac because he gave us the information we needed right on point.
On point. That's why I said thank you, M-Mac, because we really needed that. Yes, we really did. And I'm glad he did that because I wanted to know that right then. That's why I was like, if anybody can look it up right quick, maybe y'all can tell us now, you know.
Thanks to all the brothers in the chat because they always
and thank you. And it's so good to see a lot of men in the chat, you know, and they from all different nationalities from across the world in the chat. That just makes the women in the chat and me feel so good that because it's hard to get men to participate a lot. You see a lot of females, but I just love, that's what I love about the Knowledge family. It's like you will see the great men in the chat as well, and the women. It's just a mixture of it all, and I greatly appreciate it.
They
so
bring
much
a lot
love
of
and respect
to your platform. But thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
I'm going to look forward to the rest of your chat, and thanks to everybody. Talk
and
to
thank
you later.
y'all. And thank you so much. Okay. We sending love to you. Bye-bye. She hung up. That's one thing about TS when she say bye-bye family. Click. Okay. But yeah, so sending love to everyone. Really, really loved out. Shout out. Thank y'all once again for the 6K. It is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. I know I don't want to hold people's Saturday up. We're gonna have to. I'm always saying we're gonna have to get another one. Then there, do my schedule and book my schedule. But I really love doing lives because I really like communicating and talking to everyone and things like that. But we'll see what happens on the Monday because I do want to drop something on that. So if anybody else, let me come in the chat. Oh, so welcome, M. Mac. You're absolute. Vivian said you're absolutely right. That's a great accomplishment to become a mayor. Talk about yes. Jody Harris says she thinks that Tiffany might be just living out her fantasy. And that's very true. She could be just living out her fantasy. Like it looks like she wanted to be a reality star or she wanted to be some type of celebrity. So she's running, how she have her goons behind her, she have all this protection and she this and that. But instead of auditioning for acting, singing, or something like that to get to that spot, she went the corrupt route and wanted to portray that she was a celebrity, and maybe she is fulfilling her fantasy, sick fantasy, really. But that's sad, but we'll just see what's going on with that. But that's all that I have today at Cafe. She's stuck in a bad movie. Yeah, Kendall Laura says she's stuck in a bad movie. Joe Grace, hello. He said, yo, Cafe, love y'all. Love you too. And then Kendall said, at Cafe, she's stuck in a bad movie. And a lot of people are saying that. She's stuck in a bad movie. But her idol is Nino Brown. And that's scary. That's scary. For a female, too. It's not a dude playing it. It's a female playing him. And if you look at a lot of things, how she has that operation formed, I call it an operation because when you look at it, it's clearly she has almost duplicated New Jack City to a T. I just showed y'all how Kamal went up to that resident. Y'all remember when Nino Brown and them ran that resident up out of that spot when Nino Brown was trying to talk to the kids or whatever, and the black man walked in there and said, what are y'all doing? What are y'all kids doing in here? You feeding our kids poison. You get y'all kids get up out of here. And they was like, look, old man, you know what I'm saying? It's that she is literally duplicating that. Kamal literally ran up to that resident that said something about Tiffany. And they said, oh, well, he asked about something else, like, did the man take pictures of his car or something like that? But the point is, he was not supposed to go to that man. Let's see who this is. Cafe of Knowledge.
Hi, Cafe. How you doing?
I'm doing. This is who? M-Mac, how you doing? How you doing?
Fine, yourself.
Yes, good to hear from you, and I appreciate you for finding that information for us so quick, M-Mac.
Oh, no problem. I Googled it, and that's what it said. So
okay.
I just repeated what they said.
Okay.
And that's exactly why I'm calling them regarding that portion of the show. I just don't think it's possible to be in a loveless marriage for 10 years.
Okay.
That's how long. Well, they were together for 9 years. I take it back. So I'm assuming they dated for a while before they got married.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, now a 10-year relationship, and now because you're with a pastor, you want to elevate his I guess notoriety or his spirituality or his love for you to say that essentially she's saying that he's the first man she ever really loved.
Did she say that's the first man she ever really loved?
Well she didn't. Well, I take it back. That's the insinuation that I got from it.
Okay.
Saying that she didn't love Shaq, so now she's married to the new guy. So now
so I got you. I got you. So you think she's comparing the two?
I think she's disparaging one man to elevate another man.
I got you.
In the public view, to me, she's dumping on Shaq and her relationship. And to me, my definition of love it evolves. It don't. Mm-hmm. My definition of love at 19 wasn't what it was at 29. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At 39 or 40, it was. It evolves. So at that time, she loved him, but now maybe her definition of love has changed. But it don't mean you didn't love that person.
I got you. Makes sense. Right, and I can get that. I can get that. I can get that totally. I just felt like because that was in her book, I was like, okay, sometimes when you write stuff like that, you have to sit back and think how that's going to come off to the public, Exactly. And from I don't know what Shaq did, but what I can say is that he was there, like it looked like a very nice, powerful couple,
Yes.
And I loved it. But when I hear Shaq's response, that hurt my heart. Because it's almost like Shaq, he still wanted to eat what she was given just to not make her look bad. You see what I'm saying? Yes. Now that's love.
Exactly. And to me, if I'm a child and I hear my mother say that, I would feel some kind of way. I think what Shaq said was a way to ease the pain or the embarrassment that his children may feel from it. He's probably saying, hey, I can deal with it. But he kind of justified her opinions to save his kids in a sense. Right.
And you're right. That I'm so glad that you called because I really love hearing that from a man's point of view because I've always been kind of fair. Just because it's a woman, I'm not gonna say, oh, the woman is right. In this case, I heard it for Shaq. I don't get. They say, oh well, he played over her and he did this. Okay, I understand that. We still don't know. I don't know if she was all the way up and up. His stuff is always gonna be out because he is the known one.
Yes, he's a celebrity.
Yes. Right, he's the celebrity. So I understand that, but it's just the way you do things sometimes. That I heard it for him just to hear that. And then his response, like at the end, but I understand. You know what I'm saying?
Most times, the average woman, now because he's a celebrity, so I guess he didn't want to go to the left. But the regular woman would be like, "Oh, he was bad in bed, or he was broke, or I had to carry the whole weight in the relationship." But with him, she couldn't use the. Well, I don't know about the being bad in bed part, but the other things she
right. Because I used that example too. I said maybe she wasn't even doing the bedroom duties, and then he went out. So you have to look at that scenario when you say a person stepped out, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Have there not even been any type of activity for about 6-7 months? You see what I'm saying? And then you talk about it and you try to change it, but it still ain't being changed. And so that's when I look at stuff like that. And I know what you're saying, but it's like, well, I hear what you're saying. I think she probably did love him, but now that she got with somebody else, she probably don't love him the way she loved that person she's with. or see a different type of, everybody grow. You don't always be the same person you was 10 years from the time, 20 years from the time, So that's true.
Yeah, I tell you one thing, she stays beside that pastor everywhere he goes. You probably can't go to the bathroom without her being next to him. Everywhere you see him, she see her. She ain't let him cheat on her.
Wow. Well, see, I'm so glad that you really came up to give that man's point of view, that man of how you looked at it. And it opened a lot of fresh areas that I wasn't looking at, but now I'm looking at, because I was just looking kind of at the statement that she did. And she did say, well, y'all taking it out of context. That's not, y'all taking it out of context. It's not that I didn't love him or something like that. Y'all taking it out. But, once you say something like that, people run with it. And that's it, But
when you put in a book, you kind of leave it open to interpretation,
right?
And that was what I got from it. I think she was saying that her new husband, taught her what love is, or taught her how to love, or something like that.
Right. I got you. Right.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna hold you. I want to thank you for taking my call, and thank you for
yes, I want to thank you for calling
and everything.
Okay, I thank you for calling. Appreciate it so much. Appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Okay, all right. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
You too.
Yeah, so I love that one. I did. I love to hear that man's point of view. And yes, I think that kind of did change a lot of the perspective of when she said, y'all taking it out of context, and then you say, well, no, you said that, but then when you listen to what M. Max said, I could see that. Maybe she was saying that she found this new relationship. She knows how to love better, and she really know what love is, and things like that. So yeah, I could see that. I could see that all the way. Yeah. So, Leslie Bean, how you doing? Thank you so much. Yes. Sonia R. Sabrina Marshall, Kendall R. T.S. M. Mac, Twiley the Apple, Chaffer. Thanks, Kendall. Thank you. Patriot Chick, Jazzy, Paul Cousins, Joe Grace, Susie Sensation, I think I said her, Jody Harris, Vivian Levy, Spicy, yes, Teresa, okay, thought I seen another one, Lee Brooks, okay. Everybody, if I missed your name, I'm truly sorry. That's Sonia R. I think I got her. The Leslie Bean. We just so everybody, if I missed your name, I'm sorry. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for being in the chat, joining us. Thank you to the viewers that didn't want to come in the chat. Thank you so much for just even coming and taking time out of y'all day to check the channel out. Love y'all. We will do this again very soon. It ain't gonna be no month or two away either. It's gonna be very, very soon. I say probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks, but probably sooner. But thank y'all so much. Sending love to everybody. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. Thank you to all the viewers across the water over there, London and everywhere. Appreciate it. And that's all I have to say. Y'all already know. Have a wonderful weekend, y'all, and a safe weekend. And if anybody has to go to work for the weekend, have a wonderful weekend at work. Bye-bye. See y'all later. And thank y'all moderators and stuff for getting those trolls up out of here. Yes. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all.